3 minutes to the start of the race.
And we are recording in YouTube land. So let's roll them out. Check them in. On the pole will be Cavaretta. In the 2, Reed Saunders. In the 3, Lily Saunders. And in the 4 will be Allison Shaw. Hey, Brendan, you're up next. Marshals your spots, please. Marshals your spots. I know. I was like, but nobody could find you. It was so weird. It's like, how can somebody that tall disappear?
Joey Cavaretta.
All right. Straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. Going to go to cars lined up. Straightaway is closed. Actually, Leffler, I'm having a beef stick, so it might be a close second. Yum, 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 yum. Who doesn't love the beef stick? Marshals, your spots, please. I got Adolph over there.
Allison Shaw.
Where are my 4-wheel drive expert drivers? I should have 6 out there.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
1, 2, 3, 4. Where are... Oh, there's the one that was not there. Off the back triple there, Mr. Leffler. Back triple. Who else am I missing? Should have 6. Right? I got Craig, Adolph, Leffler, Keith, Smith, Cross. I need 1 volunteer marshal on center bucket. 1 volunteer marshal on center bucket. Actually, Brian, can you grab the bucket? I'll go and grab over there. Thank you, Brian. That's okay. I didn't mean to get you, mid-bite. Why? You're kind of a cool guy. I'll talk to you. Kinda. All right, 21-5, D main event. Locked and loaded. Top 2 going to find their way into the C main event. Drivers ready, marshals ready. Keep it clean. Going at the sound of the tone. And we're off and running. Lily getting on the binders, gets in the back of Reed, spins him around like a record. Why, thank you. So now it's going to be Cavaretta leading out. Lily in the 2. Reed going to be in the 3. Plenty of time, guys. Plenty of time. Don't force it. 5-minute main event. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. It's going to be Cavaretta leading out. Lily Saunders in the 2. Reed in the 3. Allison in the 4. Now Allison up into the top 3. Reed going to drop it to the 4. That'll be your battle right there going on for 3rd and 4th. Right now, Cavaretta and Lily finding their way in the front run. Easy, Reed, easy. Plenty of time, buddy. You only a minute in. Plenty of time. Focus on making some laps. Rubber side down. Always the fast way around town. Slow and smooth. 1:15 in, 3:45 to go. It is Cavaretta on top. Saunders in the 2. Shaw in the 3. Race number 2. 2-wheel drive expert B main event. You're going to be coming up next. 2-wheel expert B. You're going to be coming up next. Now Reed and Allison going at it for 3rd and 4th. Reed looking to the inside. Allison and Reed bumping and banging. Meanwhile, Cavaretta cruising. Lily pushing it wide. Top 2 trying to find their way into that C main event. That will be race number 4. Watching center, guys. Watching center. It is clear. Watch it out front, guys. It is clear. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that. Ugh. All right, out front early on. Still going to be Joey Cavaretta. Lily Saunders in the 2. Looks like Reed now making his way up into the top 3. 2:30 in. 2:30 to go. Reed was 9.6 back off of Lily last time by. Lily working her way through that back triple. Over the crossover. Reed has the speed. Just keep it rubber side down. There's Lily by the start-finish line. Here comes Reed through the switchback section. Gap was 9.6, this time by 6.3.
2 minutes left.
With 3 minutes in, 2 to go. 3 in, 2 to go. Cavaretta leading out through the short chute he goes. Lilly hooking up a pipe in the switchback. Here comes Reed now. Gap was 6.4. This time by going to be about 2.2. Oi. 2.4. So Reed slinging it like a sprint car. Lilly puts it upside down. Now Reed going to find his way up into the top 2. Now Reed just got to keep the wheels on it. Dad's over there going slow, slow, slow. 350 in, 110 to go. 350 in, 110 to go. We're watering after 4. So right now, Cavaretta and Reed looking to bump into that C main event. I'll need these 4 drivers and at least 3 to 4 volunteers to help me out for race number 2. 3 to 4 volunteers to help me out for race number 2. That is a 7-car expert stock B main event. Cavaretta leading out. Reed in that 2 spot. Lilly in the 3. Allison rounding out my top 4. With 40 seconds left to go. 40 seconds left to go. Cavaretta working his way through the back triple section. Reed by the start-finish line. Through the pitcher's mound he goes. With 30 seconds left on the master. 30 seconds left on the master. Less than 20, drivers, less than 20. Less than 15. Reed put it upside down and gets himself marshaled out. Lilly not close enough to capitalize. Barring any complications, looks like Reed's going to try and find his way into that C main event. With less than 5, everyone's going to go by for 1 more, and this will be everyone's white flag lap. Taking the win, Joey Cavaretta. Keep it clean on the straightaway, please. Reed looking to bump in the top 2. Reed, you are done. Waiting on 3. Waiting on 3. Marshals, make sure you're getting those blowers blowing off your areas. I'll need these 4 drivers and 3 to 4 volunteers to help me out. Cavaretta, you are done. Allison, you are done. And Lilly, you are done. That is a race. I'll stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. Start blowing off your areas, and
the race is completed.
Cavaretta and Saunders, you are bumping into race number 4. Marshals, grab your blowers, start blowing off your areas, and race number 2. Expert Stock Buggy B main event coming up at you next. Let's get our cars off the track. Thank you very much. And again, thank you to my volunteer marshals for hopping out there. Let's go and get our blowers down. Blowers down. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Marshals to your spots, please. I got Reed out there. I need Lilly. I need Allison. I need Joey. And a couple volunteers. Roll them out. Check them in. Roll them out. Check them in. I got Joey right there. Allison right there. Lilly on the crossover. I need 2 volunteer marshals, please. Again, I need 2 volunteer marshals. I need somebody on cone 9 entering into the triple. I need somebody in front of the draw and timing and scoring, please. It's going to be Edwards on
Brendan
the pole.
Edwards.
Craig in the 2,
Binder
Jay in the 3, Anderson in the 4, Bayette in the 5,
Penguin.
Linzel in the 6, Weathered
Clay
in
Anderson.
the 7.
Scott Weathered. Meatball.
All right, and with that, no more laps, no more laps. We're going to go to our straightaway close.
1 minute to the start of the race.
We're going to our straightaway closed. Cody, you can you're gonna help me out right there, Cody. Thank you very much. I got Mr. Nord there. Thank you guys for hopping out there and helping me out. I do appreciate that.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
And, I think I'm actually looking pretty good. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sora. All right. So top 2 going to find their way into that A main event. You kids know the gig. You are experts. Don't want to call for rough
30
driving.
seconds to the start of the race.
I need to. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. Sound of the tone. And we are locked and loaded. Edwards pushing it sideways. Craig looking to the inside. Somebody got it upside down. That was Anderson. Bayette nowhere to go on that. So now it is Brendan Edwards on top. Craig in the 2. Day in the 3. Linzell, Weathered, Bayette, and Anderson. Top 3 going down that back straightaway right now. It is Brendan Edwards leading out. Craig in the 2, Day in the 3. Day looking high, looking low, trying to find his way into the big show. Goes double single. Linzell in the back triple, Marshall in the back triple, Marshall in the back triple. It is clear. Rough lap for Linzell. That's going to drop him back. Back out up front, going to be Brennan Edwards. Alex Craig in that 2 spot. Day in the 3, top 3 front runners. Working away from Bayette now. Now Day setting his sights on Craig. Over the crossover they go. Through the switchback section with 1 minute in, 4 to go. It is Edwards, Craig, and Day down that back straightaway. Bayette and Anderson going at it. Now Day finding his way around Craig. Through the back triple section they go. It's going to be Brennan Edwards on top. Day in the 2, Craig in the 3 with 1:15 and 3:45 to go. Single, single, single. You'll have the leaders coming up on you soon enough. You know what to do. Just letting you know. Watch on the back triple, watch on the back triple, watch on the back triple, watch on the back triple. It is clear. Nicely done, guys. Way to work together. That's what I like to see. Edwards leading out. Day in the 2, Craig in the 3, 1:30 in, 3:20 to go. Race number 3, Stadium Truck A main event. You will be up next. Stadium Truck A main, you will be up next. Watch off the back triple. It is clear. Craig put it upside down. Anderson now moving into the 4. Bayette in the 5. Looks like Linzell starting to set his sights on Bayette. Top 2 front runners working their way through the short chute. Marshall out front, please. Marshall out front. It is clear. Thank you, Chandra. Now Edwards gets it wrong. Day going to inherit that top spot. Craig not quite close enough to capitalize. He is 4.8 back. So Brian Day leading out off the end of the straightaway. Edwards in the 2. He puts it upside down. Here comes Craig now. So now Day trying to keep it rubber side down. He's coming up on Bayette with 2:30 in, 2:30 to go. That was Craig putting it upside down. So Edwards with a little bit of a gap now. Anderson starting to set his sights. And then that was Edwards put it upside down. So now Craig going to find his way into the top 2. Edwards into the 3. Anderson into the 4. So now Edwards going to have to give chase on Alex Craig. Meanwhile, Brian Day working his way over to slant tabletop. Double.
2 minutes left.
Down the back straightaway. Hulk smash. Watch in the straightaway. Watch in the straightaway. That was Bayette coming in a little hot. You'll have 2nd and 3rd coming up on you, Nick. You know what to do. Race number 3, Stadium Truck A main. You're coming up next. Your leader going to be Brian Day working his way down the back straightaway. Signature green color for Day. Just trying to mold it after Riley Schaefer's head, but got a little too green on it. Watch back triple, watch back triple. Back triple is clear. Now Brennan Edwards starting to work up on Alex Craig. They're both working through that back triple. Over the crossover they go. 3:40 in, 1:20 to go. Edwards and Craig, they're going at it. Through the pitcher's mound they go. Edwards has the speed. Waiting for a mistake out of Craig. Off the end of the straightaway, both cars. Meanwhile, Brian Day over the tabletop by the start-finish line.
1 minute left.
Kind of in cruise mode. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. Now gap between 2nd and 3rd. Going to be 9/10 of a second. Under a minute to go. It's on like Donkey Kong. Craig and Edwards through the center section of the track. Over the back triple section they go. Working into the crossover. Edwards up on 2 wheels. Little wheel wobble. By the start-finish line they go. Gap was 9/10. Still going to be 9/10 with 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go off the end of the straightaway. Craig pushes it wide. Edwards looking to the inside. Meanwhile, Brian Day through the switchback section over the tabletop. Edwards gets a little sideways coming in the triple section. That drops him off the back door of Craig. With time starting to wind down with under 15 to go. Under 15 to go. Yay! Watch by start finish line. Watch by start finish line. It is watch by start finish line clear. That is time on the master clock. Got the leader working the arcade. Nicely done. Time has expired. You'll be done when you cross our finish line. Alex Craig, you're finding your way into that A main. You are done. Denied. Brennan Edwards, you are done. Payette and Anderson going at it. You guys are done. Weathered, Day, and Linzel. That is a race. I'll stop. Marshall, go and grab those blowers.
The race is completed.
Marshall, grab your blowers. Brian Day and Alex Craig, you are finding your way into that A main event. That'll be race number 10. Drivers from race number 2, turn them off, put them down. I'll need the 6 drivers out on the track. And maybe one volunteer marshal. All right, up next is our 2-wheel drive stadium truck A main event. Let's go and get our blowers down. Marshal to your spots, please. And with that being said, let's go and roll them out, check them in. Qualifying on the pole, Kyle Ash. In the 2, Josh Keith. In the 3, Mike Knobloch. In the 4, Caleb Knobloch. In the 5, Jason Stock. In the 6, Joe Brooks, who has left for the day. In the 7 will be Will Devia, and in the 8 will be Greg Clark. All right, I need my marshals
Kyle
back
Ash.
on the track.
Jason Stock.
Marshals back on the track.
Caleb
We can
Knobloch.
discuss setups later. Mr. Day,
Michael Knobloch. Josh Keith.
find a marshal spot, please. You're
Greg
holding on
Clark.
the program. All right, no more laps. Straightaway is closed.
Will Davila.
I need a marshal on center bucket, and I need marshal coming on straightaway.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Over here, Dick. Thank you very much. Grazie, prego. Up next will be race number 4. That is my 21.5 C main event.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
By the way, 21.5 B main event. We will be bumping 3
30 seconds to the start of the race.
into the A. Drivers ready? Marshals ready. Going at the sound of the tone. And we are off and running. Kyle Ash going to lead us out. Keith in the 2. Keith puts it up on 2 wheels. Knobloch gets on the binders. So it's Kyle Ash on top. Josh Keith in the 2. Mike Knobloch in the 3. Caleb in the 4. It looks like Davia, Clark, and Stock. Race number 3 on deck. Race number 4 coming at you next. That is my 21.5 C main. Watch it off the back straightaway. It is clear. Thank you, Alex. Leading out is going to be Kyle Ash. Josh Keith in the 2. Watch on the back triple. It is clear. Water after race number 4. Kyle Ash on top. Keith in the 2. Knobloch in the 3. Mike Knobloch looking high, looking low. Keith putting it sideways. Trying to find a way around. Keith pushes wide. Coming to the pitcher's mound. Knobloch. Nowhere to go on that. Off the end of the straightaway they go. That'll be your battle royale for 2nd and 3rd. Then you got Clark, Stock, and Marshall by start finish line. Thank you, Ben. Nicely done. Mr. Davia, that is 2nd and 3rd. Work with you. Nicely done. Game on. Back out up front over the back triple section. That is Kyle Ash. In that 2 is going to be Keith, rocking the white, pink, and teal green. Mr. Clark, you'll have, and Stock, you'll have leader working with you. You guys are in your own battle. So just remember who's coming up on you, and game on, battle on. In that 2 and 3 is going to be Keith and Knobloch. Race 3 on track. Race 4. Be thinking about it. I'll need these 7 drivers. Actually, 6 drivers. I will need probably about 2 to 3 volunteers to help me out for race number 4. 2 to 3 volunteers to help me out for race number 4. Would be appreciated. I've got a gentleman going back to back. So back out up front is going to be Kyle Ash. Keith in the 2, Knobloch in the 3. Watch back triple, watch crossover. Crossover is clear. Go. Go. That's not go. Kyle Ash on top. Josh Keith in the 2. Mike Knobloch in the 3. Caleb in the 4. Watch it in the switch back. Oh boy, that'll be second and third working there, Mr. Stock. Please hold your line. Watching the back dribble, watch the back dribble. Now Knobloch and Keith, they're separated by inches, which could be an eternity. 3 minutes in, 3 to go, halfway home. All A mains are 6 minutes. Again, thanks so much for everyone coming out to Full Send Saturday here at Hobby Action Raceway. Kyle Ash on top, Keith in the 2, Knobloch in the 3. Second and third over the crossover they go. Knobloch. Tastes like chicken. Thank you very much. Thank you, Caleb. That'll be second in front of you. So Josh Keith in the 2. Mike Knobloch in a 3. Kyle Ash in charge. With 4 minutes in, dose to go. 4 in, 2 to go. Race number 4.
2 minutes left.
21.5 C main event. You will be up next. 21.5 C. You will be up next. With 4:15 in, 1:45 to go. It is Kyle Ash on top. Josh Keith in the 2. Mike Knobloch in the 3. Caleb in the 4. Stock in the 5. Clark and Davia going to round out my top 7. Kyle Ash on top with 4:40 in. Keith leading out in the 2. Knobloch in the 3. Up next will be race number 4. That is my Sportsman 21.5 C main event.
1 minute left.
Wheeler, Lamb, Wolf, Borstad, Theobald, Davia, Coleman, Morissette, Cavaret, and Saunders. With 45 seconds to go, 45 seconds to go. Again, I'll need these 6 drivers and 2 volunteers if possible, 2 volunteer marshals if possible to help me out. With under 40 to go, drivers under 40 to go. Kyle Ash on top, Josh Keith in that 2. Knobloch in the 3. Knobloch in the 4. Stock in the 5. With 25 seconds to go, drivers 25 seconds to go. Race 3 starting to wind down with under 15 drivers, under 15. Somebody going out of the parking lot. Thank you, Brendan. Appreciate that. With less than 10, drivers less than 10. And that is going to be time. Finish lap. You are on. Kyle Ash, you are done. Will Davia, you are done. Everyone will be done when you cross our finish line. Waiting on several. Stock, you are done. Clark, you are done. Keith, you are done. Knobloch, you are done. And Knobloch, you are done. That is a race all
The race is completed.
Marshals, grab your blowers. Marshals, grab your blowers. And race number 4 coming up at you next. Race 4 coming up at you next. That is my 21.5 C main event. Again, I need these 6 drivers and 2 volunteers to help me out. At least 2 volunteers to help me out with the next race, please. Putting water down after 4. Water after 4. All right, let's go and get our blowers down. Blowers down. Blowers down. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Marshals to your spots. And let's go ahead and roll them out. Check them in. Marshals to your spots. Where are my marshals at? Qualifying in the 10 spot, Reed Saunders. In the 9, Joey Cavaretta. In the 8, Anton Morissette. In the 7, Mark Coleman. In the 6, Will Davia. In the 5, Shane Theobald. In the 4, Anthony Borstad. In the 3, Kyle Wolf. In the 2, Stacy Lamb. And on the pole will be Boomer Wheeler. Straightaway is closed.
Mark Coleman.
Line
Shane
up the
Theobald.
cars.
Kyle Wolf.
Straightaway is closed. Line up the cars.
Will Davila. Anthony Borstad. Stacy Lamb. Boomer Wheeler. Man on Fire. Joey Cabaretta. 1 minute to the start of the race.
Mr. Keith, you can go ahead and take Chandra's spot. Chandra, you get a break this time out. Thank you very much for the assist. Do appreciate that. And
45 seconds to the
Alex,
start of the
thank you,
race.
Ben, for hopping out there. Do appreciate that. All right, 21-5 drivers. You kids know the gig. Make your passes clean. No. Read.
30 seconds to the start
He
of the race.
qualified you. You qualified 10th. There you go. Driver's ready. Marshal's ready. Let's keep it clean. Going at the sound of the tone. Let's do a restart on that, kids. That is your one gimme. Make it through the first couple turns. Don't force any passes. That means line the cars back up. Don't take a full lap. Just line the cars back up, please. Marshall on the front straightaway. Marshall on the front straightaway. Mr. Clark, want to help out the cars, please? Thank you. All right. Single file. You kids know the gig. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. Going at the sound of the tone. And your pole sitter pushing it sideways. That was Wheeler. That's going to allow Lamb up into the top spot. Need to keep it clean, kids. Make your passes clean, Boomer. So out front, with an early Christmas gift, is going to be Reed Saunders. Lamb in the 2, Coleman in the 3, Wheeler in the 4. Everybody else giving chase. Like I said, 21-5 drivers. Throttle goes both ways. Exercise your patience. Make your passes clean. Reed gets her on. Alex. Marshals, watch your areas, please. Now Lamb going to be leading out. Coleman in the 2. Watch it by start finish line. It is clear. It's Lamb. Coleman. Looks like Wheeler. Morissette, Theobald. Drivers, you got 1 minute in, 4 to go. You gotta get more aggressive on the throttle than that. Lamb leading out. Coleman in the 2. Coleman spins it around. Wheeler now going to find his way up into the top 2. Coleman going to drop it to the 3. Watch it in the center section. Reed now back up into the top 4. Top 2 looking to find their way in that B main. Again, we are bumping 3 from the B into the A. So everybody jockeying for spots. With watch by start finish line, watch by start finish line. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate that. We're putting water down after this race. Water after this race. Stacy Lamb leading out. Boomer in the 2. Boomer put it upside down. Here comes Coleman. Ash trying to keep his feet amongst him. Watch off the back triple, watch off the back triple. Wheeler put it upside down again. Lamb tied up those lines off the end of the straightaway. Coleman in the 2. Wheeler in the 3. Watch by start finish line. Cavarette and Saunders getting into it. Thank you, Mr. Keith. Watch come on front straightaway. Thank you, Mr. Stock. So out front, it is going to be Stacy Lamb. Coleman in the 2. Wheeler in the 3. Theobald, Morissette, Borstad, Wolf. Looks like Saunders, Davia, and Cavaretta. Gap right now for your leader, 3.5 seconds with 2:40 in, 2:20 to go. Just got to keep it rubber side down, focus on the lines. She's going to find her way in that B-main event. Watch back triple, watch back triple. Coleman in the 2. He's got Wheeler knocking on his back door. Off the end of the straightaway they go. Coleman rocking the all orange with the black wheels. Wheeler with the green and white.
2 minutes
back
left.
triple section they go. Lamb right now working over the tabletop by the start finish line. Wheeler finding his way upside down again. That's going to give Coleman about a straightaway on Wheeler. Lamb right now working through the back triple section. She goes. Watch come on the front straightaway. Watch come on the front straightaway. Front straightaway is clear. Stacy Lamb leading out, 3:30 in, 1:30 to go. Watch it in center, watch it in center. Thank you, Mike. Nicely done. Coleman in the 2. He's got a good lead on, looks like Borstad now up into the top 3. Wheeler dropping it to the 4. Then Wolf and Cavaretta are going at it. Your leader, though, however, coming up on Reed. You will have the leader working with it at Reed. Please hold your line. You know what to do. 3:45 in, 1:15 to go. 1:15 to go. It's Lamb on top. Coleman in the 2. Borstad in the 3. Wheeler in the 4. Watch in straightaway. Watch in straightaway.
1 minute left.
And straightaway is clear. Thank you, Reed. That'll be the leader working in front of you, Reed. Just hold your line. Coleman in the 2. With under a minute to go. Under a minute to go. Borstad now starting to string the laps together. He's pulling up on Coleman. Wants a shot into that B main. Working through the switchback section. Wheeler in tow. Leader right now off the end of the straightaway with 40 seconds left to go. Borstad hooks up a pipe. Wheeler to the inside now. Leader right now still going to be Stacy Lamb. Through the back triple section she goes over the crossover. Into the switchback section. It's Lamb, Coleman, Borstad, Wheeler, Morissette, Theobald, Cavaretta, Davia, Wolf, and Saunders. Reed, that is the leader working with you. Hold your line. Don't force any issues, please. With under 15 to go. Coleman spinning around off the end of the straightaway. Here comes Wheeler and Borstad. It's going to be a race to the line. Who's got it, who wants it? Time is starting to wind down with less than 5. Lamb's going to get by for a white flag lap. That is time. Finish lap you're on. Reed, Saunders, you are done. Coleman going to take home the top 2. You are done. Wheeler, Borstad, you are all done. Waiting on everyone else. Morissette, you are done. Theobald, you are done. Cavaretta, you are done. Waiting on Wolf, Saunders, and Lamb. And Davia, you are done. That is the race. I'll stop.
The race is completed.
Marshals, grab your blowers. We're going to put some water down. Lamb and Coleman, you're finding your way into that B main event. That will be race number 6. We're going to put some water down, and race number 5, you will be up next. Race number 5, you will be up next. That is my 17.5 independent B main event. All right, drivers from race number 4, I need you guys and gals all back out on the track. Shouldn't be looking for any marshals. That was a 10-car race. Everybody should be out on the track marshaling this go-around. So once again, thanks so much for everyone coming out to Full Send Saturday here at Hobby Action Raceway. Hopefully you guys and gals are having a fun time. Don't forget we do it all over again on Wednesday. Racing starting at 7 o'clock. And at the end of the month, on September 30th, Friday and Saturday, that is our inaugural Friday-Saturday race program, going to be kicking off at least once a month. Right now, on Friday, if you do race, your first entry is $30. That includes Friday and Saturday. Additional classes are still $15. Nice thing is, you get to leave your stuff and race both days. $20 savings. Again, marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Should have all my spots covered out there. Oh, yeah. Always. I got Wolf there, Theobald there, Wheeler there, Lamb there. All right. 17.5 independent B main event. Top two going to find their way into that A main. All right, kids, you can roll them out, check them in, roll them out, check them in. Your race is starting here in 1 minute. Watch on the back triple, watch coming in the back triple. Watch off the crossover.
Brian Cross. Evan Fertig.
All right, qualifying in that 9
Slow.
spot. Nils
John Young.
Clenshaw in the 8. Brandon Chandler in
Kyle
the
Adolph.
7. Perry Mayfield
Brandon Chandler.
in the 6. Curtis
Niels
Chandler in
Klenchich.
the 5. Kyle Adolph in the 4. Evan Fertig in the 3. Brian Cross in the 2. John Young, and on the pole will be Nick Bayette.
Perry Mayfield. Nick Bayette.
Alrighty, Nils and Bayette, last ones by the start-finish line. And no more laps, no more laps, straightaway is closed. No more laps, straightaway is closed. Top two going to find their way into that A main event. That'll be later on in the program. Mana. We can get our cars lined up. Again, Bayette on the pole, Young in the 2. Cross in the 3, Fertig in the 4, Adolph, Chandler, Mayfield, Chandler, Clenshaw. Would we like to go to the back of the line? I didn't think so. Drivers ready. Keep it clean. Going at the sound of the tone. All right, we are loaded. Bayette going to lead us out. Young in the 2. Cross in the 3. Nicely done. Single file, guys. Let's keep it clean through the back triple. Young gets it wrong in the back triple. Plenty of time, guys. 5-minute main. Let's keep it clean. Keep it sorted out. Make your passes clean. Make your passes clean, guys. Leading us out is going to be Nick Bayette. Brian Cross in the 2. Fertig in the 3. And it's going to be Chandler. It looks like Mayfield. Adolph. Chandler, Young, and Clenshaw. Race 5 on deck. Race 6. Two-wheel drive Sportsman B main event. You will be up next. That'll be Knobloch, Urea, Farnham, Stock, Saunders, Brown, Moreno, Rosen, Lamb. Let's keep it clean, Mr. Adolph. $116 in, 3:45 to go. Out front going to be Nick Bayette. Brian Cross in that 2. Fertig in the 3. Adolph, Chandler, and Mayfield. Marshall out front, Marshall out front. My side, my side, my side. Clear. Thanks, Shane. Appreciate that. 1:45 in, 3:15 to go. 1:45 in, 3:15 to go. It's going to be Bayette leading out. Brian Cross in that 2 spot. Top 2 going down that back straightaway. Fertig in the 3. Adolph in the 4. Mayfield in the 5. One there for you, Anton. Oh, boy. Chandler going headhunting. He wants a shot at the Chandler. Chandler getting it wrong in the center. That's going to move Brandon past Curtis. You know the love loss on that one. 2:30 in, 2:30 to go. It is Adolph now setting his sights on Furtick. Through the switchback section, coming into the crossover. Down the back straightaway, Furtick pushes it wide. Adolph to the inside. Picks up the top three. Now Cross going at it. That'll be second in front of you there, John. You know what to do. Meanwhile, Nick Bayette leading out down the back straightaway. He goes. Cross in the 2. Adolph in the 3. Furtick in the 4. Watch out behind it there, Mr. Dia. It is clear. Race 5 on deck. Race 6.
2 minutes left.
Two-wheel drive Sportsman B main event coming up at you next. Two-wheel Sportsman B coming up at you next. Watch on pitcher's mound. Pitcher's mound is clear. Back out up front. Still going to be Nick Bayette. Coming up on Mayfield. That is the leader working with you. Nicely done. Thank you very much. Now Mayfield and Chandler going at it down the back straightaway. That is for 6th and 7th. Furtick still holding strong in the 4. Adolph in the 3. Watch the back triple. Watch back triple. Watch back triple. Watch back triple. Thank you very much. Watch out the crossover. Watch out the crossover. Nick Bayette leading out. That'll be leader in front of there, Brandon. You know what to do. Now Adolph starting to work up on Cross. Watching the pitcher's mound. Pitcher's mound is clear. Thank you, Mr. Borstad. With 4 minutes in, 1 to go. 4 minutes in, 1 to go.
1 minute left.
Race number 6. Your 21.5 C main. Excuse me, B main coming up at you next. Watch off the end straightaway. Watch off the end straightaway. It is clear. That'll be a leader working there, Mr. Chandler. Please hold your line. Leader on deck is still going to be Nick Bayette. In that 2 is going to be Brian Cross. With Kyle Adolph in the 3. Brandon Chandler, that is 2nd and 3rd coming upon you. With under 35 seconds to go. Nicely done. Game on. Watch come on front straightaway. Watch come on front straightaway. It is clear. With 25 seconds to go. 25 seconds to go. Adolph all over the back door of Cross like white on rice. Down the back straightaway they go. With less than 20. Leader still going to be Nick Bayette over the back triple section. He goes. Cross gets it sideways. Adolph looking to the inside. Nowhere to go. Adolph now going to pick up the top 2. Cross going to drop it to the 3 with 2 and 1, and that'll be time. Brian got you at the line. You are done, good sir. Brandon Chandler, you are done. Evan, you are done. Marshals, make sure you're watching your areas. Bayette, you are done. Nils, you are done. Curtis, Adolph, and Perry, you are all done. That is waiting on 1. Waiting on 1, Marshals. Waiting on 1. And that is a race. I'll stop.
The race is completed.
Marshals, you go ahead and grab your blowers. Marshals, go and grab your blowers. Start blowing off your areas. Bayette and Adolph, you're finding your way into that A main event. Race number 6, 21.5 C B main event. 21.5 B, you will be up next. I'll need all 9 of these drivers out on the track to Marshall, please. All 9 of these drivers out on the track to Marshals, please. Marwin, what are you doing? This is not your race. This is race number 6, our Sportsman Buggy B main event. Let's go and get our blowers down, and Marshall's on the track, please. Marshall's on the track, please. Should have all 9 of my spots covered, all 9 of my spots covered. Marshall's your spots, please. Race number 6. You can roll them out, check them in. Qualifying in the 10th spot, Mark Coleman. In the 9, Stacy Lamb. In the 8, Dave Rosen. In the 7, Brandon Moreno. In the 6, Rich Brown. In the 5, Shane Saunders. In the 4, Jason Stock. In the 3, Todd Farnham. In the 2, Diego Urrea. And on the pole will be Caleb Knobloch.
Diego
Marshals to your spots, please. I should not be looking for any volunteer marshals.
Todd Farnham.
Where
Mark Coleman.
are all
Dave
my
Rosen.
marshals
Caleb
at?
Knobloch. Jason Stock. Rich Brown.
And with that,
Brandon Moreno.
straightaway
The Intimidator.
is closed. Straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed.
1 minute to the start of the race.
I got Brandon. I got Perry. I got Curtis. Mr. Adolph. Mr. Adolph, going to join me on the track for marshaling. Would be appreciated.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. I got Mr. Young helping me out there. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. All right, 21-5, B main event. We are taking 3 into the A
30
main.
seconds to the start of the race.
I will call for rough driving. Everybody give me a head nod. Let me know you understand that. Yes, everybody understands that. Good. With that being said, driver's ready, marshal's ready. Going at the sound of the tone. Keep it clean, kids. Keep it clean. That's what I like to see. Game on. Make it through the first couple turns. Make your passes clean. Watch the back triple. It is clear. Your leader puts it upside down. Young right there to get him. And then Urea puts it upside down. Knobloch pushes it upside down. He's going to go back in the top 3. Sort it out, guys. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. 4 cars working down the back straightaway. Well, that was a pretty good start. Leading us out is going to be the Farnham of Todd. Brown in the 2. Looks like Knobloch, that's Stock, and Saunders. With Lamb moving her way up there. Keep him clean. Nicely done. Roll it around. Go, go, go. So it is going to be Farnham on top. Brown in the 2. All right, back up front. It is going to be Todd Farnham. Rich Brown in the 2. Shane Saunders in the 3. Looks like Knobloch in the 4. Here comes Farnham by the start-finish line. Watch on the back triple. It is clear. So Farnham, Brown, Saunders, Knobloch, Stock, Lamb, Moreno, Rosen. Watch coming on the front straightaway. Watch coming on the front straightaway. Got to tighten up that line. Watch coming on the front straightaway. It is clear. Leader up front is going to be Todd Farnham. Rich Brown in the 2. He's got Shane Saunders knocking on his back door. Caleb Knobloch in the 4. Stock in the 5. Rosen, Lamb, and Moreno. They're going to go at it for 7th and 8th. Moreno hooking up a pipe. Coleman and Urea rounding out my top 10. Back up front is going to be Todd Farnham. All orange into the white. Down the back straightaway he goes. Rich Brown in the 2. Watch it off the end of the straightaway. Watch off the end of the straightaway. That is leader work with you guys. Diego and Mr. Coleman. Got second work with you next. Thank you very much. Third will be coming up behind you as well. It's going to be Todd Farnham on top. Rich Brown in the 2. That is second work with you, Diego. Nicely done. Mr. Coleman, you'll have third and fourth working with you. Thank you very much. Diego, third and fourth coming up on you next. Knobloch looking on the inside on Saunders. Saunders shutting the door like a vault. Oh, my goodness. Swerving Irvin down the back straightaway they go. Nicely done, guys. Nice sportsmanship, Shane. Keep it clean. Nicely done. That's what I like to see. Rich Brown puts it upside down. Still in that top 2. Knobloch going to pop into the 3. Farnham on top. Brown in the 2. Diego, you got second working behind you. Please hold your line. Coleman, that'll be third. Thank you very much. With 2:45 in, it is Farnham, Brown, Knobloch, Saunders, Stock, Rosen, Lamb, Moreno, Urea, and Coleman. Rounding out my top 10. Race number 7, Novice A main event. You will be up next. Novice A, you'll be up next. Rich Brown still
2 minutes
leading
left.
out. Knobloch in the 3. Saunders in the 4. Remember, we're taking 3 into that A main because Joe Brooks left, so we are going to bump 3 from the B into that A main event. So right now, Todd Farnham, watch it in center, watch it in center, watch it in center. Thank you, John. Nicely done. Watch it out front, guys. Watch it out front. Somebody want to get it? Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. So Farnham on top. Brown in the 2. Brown and Knobloch going at it. Right now, those are the top 3 front runners. So all I got to do is finish like that. And they're finding their way into that A-main event. No reason to force any issues. Unless you're really wanting to force an issue. Stock in the 4. Saunders in the 5. Rosen in the 6. Moreno and Lamb going at it for 7th and 8th. Watch it out front.
1 minute
Moreno
left.
hooks up a pipe. Lamb to the inside. Should have pulled trigger, kid. Nicely done. Brown and Knobloch get into it. Saunders not close enough to capitalize, but they got Stock and Saunders with 45 seconds to go. Rich Brown and Knobloch through the back triple section they go. With 35 seconds to go, Farnham in another zip code, trying to figure out if he's going to do alfalfa or wheat hay for his goat. Brown and Knobloch. Now Knobloch popping up into the 2. Brown into 3, and then you got Saunders and Stock going to Stock. Little premature steer in. Rosen going to find his way around now. Thank you, Nils. Nicely done. With 15 seconds to go, drivers, 15 seconds to go. Knobloch and Brown still in that 2 and 3. Knobloch puts it upside down. Here comes Saunders now. So now it's a race to the line with less than 5. Who wants it? Who got it? Time is expired. You will be done. Jason Stock, you are done. Mark Coleman, you are done. Todd Farnham going to take the win. You are done. Stacy Lamb, oh my goodness, loses the spot to Moreno. You are done. Brown and Knobloch going to finish it out. You are done. Saunders going to have to finish out in my top 5. And that is a race. I'll stop. Marshall's going to grab those blowers.
The race is completed.
Marshall's grabbed the blowers. So Todd Farnham, Rich Brown, and Caleb Knobloch, you guys are bumping into that A main event. That will be race number 9. Oh, nice. All right, let's go get our blowers down, and drivers from race number 6. I need you guys back out on the track, please. Drivers from race 6, back out on the track. Race number 7, this is my Novice A main event. Shouldn't be looking for any marshals. I should have every one of my spots covered. Marshals are your spots. Race number 7, roll them out, check them in. Qualifying in the 10 spot, Marwin Almarn, sorry. In the 9, Elena Ash. In the 8, Chandra Walker. In the 7, Alex Nord. In the 6, Mike Nord. In the 5, Alex Walker. In the 4, Brian Wells. In the 3, Ben Walker. In the 2, Riley Clark. And on the pole will be Justin Billowas. Straightaway is
Riley
closed.
Clark.
No more laps.
Alex Walker.
We'll line up our cars.
Jacindy Laos.
Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots.
MYK Nord.
Marshals to your spots. Marshals to your spots.
Brian Wells.
And let's go get
Ben
our
Walker.
cars lined up.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Whoa, Justin. When I say straightaway is closed, that does not mean full-on boogie tilt down the straightaway. There are cars stopped. Okay? Thank you.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Marwin, you're in spot number 10. That's the 0. Elena, you're
30
in
seconds
9.
to the start of the race.
That would be the number 9. Chandra in the 8. Alex in the 7. Mike in the 6. Alex Walker in the 5. Brian Wells in the 4. Ben Walker in the 3. Riley Clark in the 2. Justin on the pole.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Should be a post going through a hole. Call me crazy. I mean, they haven't changed the design in I don't know how long. How many people does it take to put a body clip on? Clearly. All right, marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Marshals to your spots. Alex, you're in spot number 7. All right. Novice drivers, you know the gig. Have a little fun. Not necessarily calling for a restart because we'll see what happens with this. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. At the sound of the tone. And we're off and running with our Novice A main event. Surprisingly, not too bad until there. But that's okay because we're out having some fun here on Full Send Saturday. Oh, Riley, keep it clean. Marshall in the center. Marshall in the center, please. Thank you, Lily. Appreciate that. So it's going to be Ben Walker leading out. Just Marshall in the center. Marshall in the center. Thank you, Brandon. You're what? Watching center, guys. Watching center, watching center. Leading us out early on is going to be Justin Billowass. Ben Walker in the 2. Riley in the 3. Watching the switchback. Watching the switchback. It is clear. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah. Justin Billowass on top. Ben Walker in the 2. Riley Clark in the 3. Alex Walker in the 4. Nord in the 5. Elena in the 6. Marwin in the 7. Chandra in the 8. Mike in the 9. Watch it off the straightaway. Watch it off the straightaway. Watch it off the straightaway. Straightaway is clear. Watch it out front, drivers. Watch it out front. 2 minutes in, 3 to go. 2 and 3 to go. It's going to be Justin Billowass on top.
Two minutes left.
.330 in, 1:30 to go. Billowass on top. Ben Walker in the 2. Riley Clark in the 3. Watch in the center, guys. Watch in the center. Watch in the center. Watch on the back triple. Watch on the back triple. 3:45 in, 1:15 to go. 1:15 to go. Mm.
1 minute left.
Watch on the back triple. Watch on the back triple. With 45 seconds left to go. 45 seconds left to go. Race number 8. It's going to be my Stadium Truck A main event. Short course A main event. You will be up next. Justin Billowass on top. Ben Walker in the 2. Easy, Alex. Riley Clark in the 3. Time starting to wind down with under 20, under 20, under 20. Easy, Ben. Less than 15, less than 15. With less than 5, drivers watch the short shoot, watch the short shoot, watch the short shoot. It is clear. That is time. Everyone will be done when you cross start finish line. Everyone will be done when you cross start finish line. Chandra, you are done in the top 6. Alex, you are done in the 4. Marshall in the center, please. Ben, you are done in the 2. Riley, you are done. Justin taking the win. You are done. Waiting on everyone else. Mike, you are done. Waiting on Alex. You are done. And waiting on 2. Waiting on Marwin. And waiting on Elena. Waiting on 1. Waiting on 1. And that is the race. I'll stop. I'll stop. Novice drivers, turn them off.
The race is completed.
Down. Come on back out. Final marshalling spot. Race number 8. Short course A main event. You will be up next. Short course A main event. You will be up next. Novice drivers, turn them off, put them down. Need all 8 of you drivers, or excuse me, all 10 of you drivers, 9 of you drivers, back on the track to corner marshal, please. All right, let's go get our blowers down, blowers down. Blowers down. Novice drivers, I need you guys back on the track, please. Novice drivers back on the track. Roll them out, check them in. Qualifying in the 4 spot, Mark Coleman. In the 3, Ashley Lamb. In the 2, Kyle Ash. And on the pole will be Brendan Edwards. And straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed.
Brendan Edwards. Kyle Ash. Mark Coleman. Ashley Lamb. One minute to the start of the race.
All right, let's get our trucks lined up. With that being said, we are putting water down after this race. Drivers ready, marshals ready. You guys are going to go at the sound of the tone. And we are locked and loaded with our short course A main event. Edwards leading us out. Ash in the 2. Lamb in the 3. Coleman in the 4. Right now, Ash and Edwards trying to have a little fun. They got 6 minutes to have a little fun. Edwards and Ash going at it. Coleman in the 3. Lamb going to drop it to the 4. So back up front, it is going to be Brendan Edwards on top. Kyle Ash in the 2. Lamb in the 3. Race number 9. You will be up next. Race number 9. You will be up next. All right, back up front, still going to be Brendan Edwards. Kyle Ash in that 2 spot. Drivers, you got 2 minutes in, 4 to go. Lamb in the 3, Coleman in the 4 right now. Edwards putting a little bit of distance between himself and Ash going down that back straightaway. They're separated by about a half a straightaway. It's Brendan Edwards, Kyle Ash working their way through the short chute, 2:15 in, 3:45 to go. Edwards and Ash going at it. I will need these. Hi. Up next is our 21.5 A main. So I will need lots of volunteer marshals to help me out with the next race. Lots of volunteer marshals to help me out with the next race. Edwards puts it up on 2 wheels. Ash not able to capitalize. With 2:45 in, 3:15 to go. Elena, stand still by the cone, please. Thank you. Appreciate that. Edwards and Ash off the end of the straightaway. They're coming up on Lamb. All right, back up front, still going to be Brendan Edwards. Ash in the 2. Drivers, you got 3:30 in, 2:30 to go. 3:30 in, 2:30 to go.
2 minutes left.
All right, back up front, still going to be Brennan Edwards. Kyle Ash in the 2, Lamb in the 3, Coleman in the 4. Back up front, still going to be Brennan Edwards. Kyle Ash in the 2, Lamb in the 3. Starting to wind this one down.
One minute left.
Excuse me. Drivers, you got 45 seconds left to go. It is Brennan Edwards and Ash coming down that back straightaway. They have been inseparable. Oh, Ash cooks it in too hot off the end of the straightaway. That's going to give Edwards a wee bit of... Nido. Thanks for coming out, Mr. Chandler. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate that. Again, thanks so much for everyone coming out. If you have a tab inside the store, make sure you're going inside, getting that taken care of. I am going to need about 5 to 6 volunteer marshals to help me out with this next race. 5 to 6 volunteer marshals, and I should be pretty decent from here on out. Less than 10. Edwards and Ash getting by for a final one. It's going to be a race to the line. Who's got it? Who wants it? Off the end of the straightaway. Edwards trying to keep it rubber side down. Through the short chute they go. Time has expired. Edwards goes into no man's land. Not quite sure what was going on with that. So now Ash going to take over the top spot. Coming back through the start-finish line. Oh, Ash going to eke it out. Edwards into the 2. That is a race. All stop, all stop. Marshall's going to grab your blowers. We are going to put some water down. And race number 9, my 21.5 A main event, is coming up at you next. Again, I will need several volunteer marshals to help me out with the next race. Right now, track is closed. All right, race number 9. That's going to be my 21.5 A main. Starting to get into all of our A mains now. This is a full 10-car dance. So I am going to need lots of volunteer marshals to help me out with this race. I know I've got 2 guys going back to back. So I am going to need several volunteer marshals to help me out with this race. Would be appreciated. After race number 14 is done, I'll have the track open for about 10 to 12 minutes of open practice. So after race number 14, I will have the track open for about 10 to 12 minutes of open practice. So please adhere when I say track is closed. If you have a tab inside the store, get inside, get that handled, taken care of. Don't forget, Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. Mouth of the South, the ginger himself, Jimmy Leff, on the microphone. This is your 21.5 A main event. So everyone behind where Joe Brooks qualified, you can move forward. So that means Mike Caller, you are in spot number 4. Lamb, you are in 5. Everybody else moving forward. Top 3 on the grid are set. Roll them out, check them in. Roll them out, check them in. Again, I need several volunteer marshals. Several volunteer marshals. Thank you, Chandra. Got Coleman right there. Elena, I want you on
Ashley Lamb.
coming on the front straightaway for me.
Kyle Ash. Boss Leading. Mike Caller. Todd Farnham. Adam Jusula. Caleb Knobloch. John Young.
All right, qualifying
Rich
in
Brown.
the 10 spot, Caleb
Evan Burdick.
Knobloch. In the 9, Rich Brown. In the 8, Todd Farnham. In the 7, John Young. In the 6, Adam Jusula. In the 5, Ashley Lamb. In the 4, Mike Caller. In the 3, Evan Furtick. In the 2, Leigh Anderson on the pole will be Kyle Ash. I need a volunteer marshal on center bucket. I got Edwards there, Lamb there. Okay, what's up?
I just want to apologize for me blasting down the straightaway like that.
It's all right. No worries. I appreciate you acknowledging it. Thank you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and shut the straightaway down. Shut the straightaway down. I need 1 volunteer marshal in front of me on the pitcher's mound. 1 volunteer marshal in front of me on the pitcher's mound. 1 volunteer marshal. Thank you, Alex. We're good, Lily. If you want to help out Lyle over on the back triple, that can get kind of busy over there. All right, 21.5 A main event. Again, Ash, Anderson, Furtick, Brooks. Not there, so Caller in the 4, Lamb in the 5, Jusula, Young, Farnham, Brown, Knobloch. You kids know the gig. I'll be watching. Keep it clean. 6 minutes of excitement coming at you at the sound of the tone. Ash out of the hole. Locked in, loaded. Let's keep it clean, guys. Through that back triple section. Nicely done. 6-minute main event. Everybody hooked up and honking. Be putting water down after 12. Water after 12. It's Ash on top. Anderson in the 2. Furtick in the 3. Caller in the 4. Farnham, Brown, Lamb, Knobloch, Jusula, Young, and that's going to be it. All right, Kyle Ash on top. Leigh Anderson looking high, looking low, ain't got nowhere to go. 21.5 A main in the show. Up next will be race number 10. That is my 17.5 A main event. 17.5 expert A main event. Let's keep it clean through the pitcher's mound, guys. Keep it clean through the pitcher's mound. Top 2 breaking away. That is going to be Kyle Ash and Leigh Anderson. Furtick in the 3. Caller in the 4. Knobloch in the 5. You're watching race number 9. Race number 10. 17.5 expert A main event. You will be up next. 17.5 expert A main event. You will be up next. Kyle Ash leading out. Leigh Anderson in that 2 spot. Furtick in the 3. Caller in the 4. Knobloch in the 5. Then it's a gaggle of cars. Lamb, Brown, Farnham. Watch it by the start-finish line. Watch it by start-finish line. Start-finish line is clear. Back up front, still going to be Kyle Ash leading out. Leah Anderson in that 2 spot. I'm stupid. Back up front, still going to be Kyle Ash. Leah Anderson in that 2 spot. Watch it off the end of the triple. Watch off the end of the triple. It is clear. Anderson in the 2. Looks like Caller made his way up into the top 3. Fertig in the 4. Knobloch in the 5. Lamb in the 6. Farnham in the 7. Right now, leader working up on the back door of Farnham coming in the back triple right now. That'll be leader working there, Todd. Yano Tadu. Watch out the end straightaway. Watch out the end straightaway. That was Caller putting upside down. Fertig now going to make a vie up into the top 3 now. So Fertig and Caller going at it for 3rd and 4th. Knobloch on the outside looking in with 2:45 in, 3:15 to go. Race number 10. 17.5 Expert A main event coming up at you next. Maybe we'll do a Facebook Live on that one. Why not? Oh my. What is wrong with you? Watch it coming through the switchback. Watch it coming through the switchback. That was Caller putting upside down. Knobloch now going to find his way up into the top 4. Now Knobloch going to be in a 3. Rough lap for Fertig and Caller. So now your leader got a lap all the way up to 4th. He's coming up on Lamb right now. Watch on the back triple. Watch on the back triple. Watch on the back triple. Back triple is clear. So back up front, it is going to be Kyle Ash leading out. Leigh Anderson in the 2. Knobloch in the 3. Off the gas one being marshaled. Or not. Caller and Fertig going at it. Here comes Young now. Watch off the end of the straightaway. Watch off the end of the straightaway. It is clear. That'll be 2nd working on you there, Mr. Caller. Please hold your line.
2 minutes left.
So back up front, still going to be Kyle Ash. Down the back straightaway he goes. Watch in center, watch in center. Thank you, Chandra. Appreciate that. Leigh Anderson in the 2. Caleb Knobloch in the 3. Ashley Lamb moving up into the 4. Fertig in the 5. Young in the 6. Juicel, Farnham, Caller, Brown. My top 10. 145 left to go. 145 left to go. Drivers, you got 4:30 in, 1:30 to go. 4:30 in, 1:30 to go. You're watching. Todd, that'll be... No, you guys are racing for position. 8th and 9th. Battle on, battle on. Leader on deck is still going to be Kyle Ash coming up on Knobloch. Thank you, Caleb. 4:45 in, 1:15 to go. Marshall in the center. Lamb putting it upside down. Marshall out by Leia. Let's keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. Watch in center, watch in center. Caller and Brown getting in it. Watch crossover, watch crossover. It is clear. With less than a minute to go, drivers, less than a minute to go. It is Kyle Ash on top. Leigh Anderson in the 2. Knobloch in the 3. Fertig in the 4. Juicela, Young, Lamb, Farnham, Brown with 35 seconds to go. That'll be leader working there, Todd. Please hold your line. Watching the pitcher's mound, watching the pitcher's mound. Thank you, Alex. Nicely done. With 25 seconds left to go, 25 seconds left to go. Watch coming front straightaway, watch coming front straightaway. Nicely done, Elena. That'll be 2nd working there, Evan. Please hold your line. With under 15 to go, drivers, under 15 to go. Watch it on the center section, watch on the center section. It is clear. Starting to wind this one down. Keep them rolling, drivers. Keep them rolling. It'll be time on the master clock. Keep them rolling, drivers. Keep them rolling. Juicel, you're done. Young, you're done. Lamb, you're done. Ash, you are done. Farnham, you are done. Waiting on everybody else. Caleb Knobloch, you are done. Rich Brown, you are done. Caller, Anderson, waiting on Fertig. And that is the race. I'll stop, I'll stop. Marshall's going to grab your blowers.
The race is completed.
Marshall's going to grab your blowers. We're coming at you live here from Hobby Action Raceway, Full Send Saturday. We got our 17.5 Expert A main event on deck, full 10-car deck. Right now, we just got done running our 21.5 A main. Kyle Ash taking the win, Anderson in the 2, Knobloch in the 3. So right now, we are going to be going on to our 17.5 Expert A main event. Right now, we're going to flip it over and let you know what's going on. So here's your pole sitters. Let's go ahead and get our blowers down. Blowers down. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Qualifying in the 10 spot, Alex Craig. In the 9, Brian Day. In the 8, Zach McConnell. In the 7, Randy Locken. In the 6, Kyler Cornwell. In the 5, Chase Boyd. In the 4, Aaron Jensen. In the 3, Willie Smith. In the 2, Aaron Brown. And on the pole will be Scott Spear. Marshals to your spots. Roll them out. Check them in. I got Brown there, Anderson there, Farnham there, Fertig there, Young there, Caller over here, Ash there. We are looking good and cleared for takeoff.
Local legend. Aaron Brown. Gluten-free. Chase Boyd. Aaron Jensen. Kyler Cornwell. Captain Ahab.
17.5
Randy Locken.
A main event.
Penguin.
Get Brian Day by the line. And
Been there,
with
done
that
that.
being said,
1 minute to the start of the race.
straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. Going to get our cars lined up. Straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed.
"45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. 17.5 Expert A main event for all the Marblas, as we like to say. Marshals, keep an eye on your areas. Ms. Lamb. Thank you.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
We're focusing on marshaling now. No TikToks. All right. 17.5 Expert A main event. Drivers ready. Marshals on your toes, going at the sound of the tone. And we're locked and loaded with our 75 Expert A main event. Spear leading us out. Brown in the 2, Smith in the 3, Jensen in the 4. It's Associated Losi, Associated Losi. Losi, there is Scott Spear. Aaron Brown already putting about 10 feet on your second and third place cars. So back up front, still going to be Scott Spear. He's pulling out on Aaron Brown in that 2 spot. In the 3 is going to be Willie Smith. In the 4 looks to be Chase Boyd. Looks like Kyler Cornwell. Locken, Jensen, Day, Craig, and McConnell. My top 10. Right now, working their way over that crossover section they go. It is going to be Scott Spear leading out. In that 2 will be Aaron Brown. There's Spear by the start-finish line. Brown and Willie Smith coming in that pitcher's mound down the back straightaway. Then you got Chase Boyd and Kyler Cornwell going at it down the back straightaway as well for 4th and 5th. Your top 2 front runners, though. Scott Spear, Aaron Brown saying see ya to Willie Smith. There's Spear over that center double. Coming into the crossover tabletop right there. By start finish line, watch it on center, watch on center. Boyd put it upside down. So back up front, Scott Spear, Aaron Brown got a straightaway on Kyler Cornwell and Willie Smith. Chase Boyd going to be in the top 5 with Craig, Locken, McConnell, Day, and Jensen. Back up front, though, Scott Spear right there. Aaron Brown in that 2 spot, working their way down that back straightaway they go. Off in the straightaway, over the roller. Spear, huckabuck through that short chute. Leading out in that 2 spot will be Aaron Brown. So Associated Reedy, a.k.a. of Spear through the center double. Coming into the slant table, pushes it a little sideways. Brown trying to gain in under braking. Gap between first and second, going to be 7/10 of a second. They're coming up on Jensen and Day. That will be leaders work with you. You guys know what to do. Please hold your line. Nicely done, Aaron. So back up front, Scott Spear over the back triple section he goes. Aaron Brown in the 2. Back into 3 is going to be, who's it going to be in the 3? Looks like Kyler Cornwell. Pick up Cornwell right there, rocking the all white. Willie Smith in the 4. Watch on center section, watch center section. It is clear, so there is Cornwell and Smith going at it for 3rd and 4th. Down the back straightaway they go. Back up front, though, it is still going to be Scott Spear right there. He's got, last time by, 9/10 of a second on, watching the pitcher's mound, watching the pitcher's mound. Pitcher's mound is clear. That was Boyd, put it upside down. So back up front, still going to be Scott Spear on top. Aaron Brown going to be popping into that 2. Watching the center. Into 3 is going to be Willie Smith now finding his way into the 3. Cornwell going to drop it to the 4. Spear and Brown through the pitcher's mound they go. Down the back straightaway. Ripping and gripping with 3 minutes in, 3 to go. 6-minute A main events. Watching the pitcher's mound. Pitcher's mound is clear. That was Smith putting it upside down. So Cornwell now going to find his way back up into the top 3. So your running order with less than 3 minutes in, it's going to be Scott Spear on top, Aaron Brown in the 2, Willie Smith in the 3, Cornwell in the 4, Craig in the 5, Lockett in the 6. Watch it out front. Boyd hooking up a pipe, watching the switchback. It is clear. Thank you, Kyler. So there's Spear right now over the center double, coming into the slant table. Aaron Brown through the trouble. Willie Smith going ankle hunting again. So there's your second place car down that back straightaway. TLR 5-0 of Aaron Brown. Spear leading out, coming up on Chase Boyd. You'll have the leader working with you. Watch off the center triple. It is clear. So there is Scott Spear leading out. Aaron Brown in that 2. Little spark off of Spear's car. Brown in the 2. Back into the top 3. It's going to be Kyler Cornwell. Right there is Cornwell rolling with the Associated 6-4 with the Trinity horsepower. Down the back straightaway he goes.
2 minutes left.
You got Willie Smith in that 3 spot. Locking in. McConnell going at it. Marshall out front. Oh, Spear hooks up a pipe. That's going to move Aaron Brown into that top spot. Down the back straightaway they go. Spear gets it wrong coming through the pitcher's mound. Now Spear going to give chase to Aaron Brown. Through that short chute they go. Line up the back triple. Spear trying to find a way around with 4:20 in. 140 to go. Spear to the inside. They rub wheels. Incidental. Through that center section they go. That's what I like to see. Through the short chute. Down the back straightaway. Aaron Brown and Spear going at it off the end of the straightaway they go. Then you got Cornwell and Smith going at it. There's your 3rd and 4th place battle going on. Watching the cheater cones. Watching the cheater cones. It is clear that was Locken getting it wrong. They're coming up on Locken and McConnell. You'll have 1st and 2nd. Somebody ejects something. Now that was Boyd taking off right front wheel. So back up front, still going to be Scott Spear. He's coming up on RL.
1 minute left.
1st and 2nd coming up on you guys. You know what to do. Off the center section, coming in through the pitcher's mound. Down the back straightaway. Spear and Brown off the end of the straightaway. There they go. Nicely done, guys. Work together. That's what I like to see with 45 seconds left to go. It is still Kyler Cornwell in the 3. Willie Smith in the 4. There's Smith in the 4. The back up front still going to be all eyes on Spear. Watch it coming through the pitcher's mound. Spear and Brown down the back straightaway. They are coming up on Zach. At the end of the straightaway. Nicely done, guys. Battle on with 25 seconds left to go. 25 seconds left to go. It is Spear and Brown. Nose to tail. Brown too close for comfort. Spear trying to find a way away. Coming up on Craig with less than 15. Less than 15. Still in that top 3 is going to be Kyler Cornwell. There's Cornwell over that back tabletop coming through the double. Smith puts it upside down. Watch coming over there. Less than 5. Less than 5. Dave's going to get by for one more. 2 and 1. That'll be time. You'll be done when you cross the line. Smith, you are done. Spear, you are done. Craig, Brown, McConnell, Locken, you are all done. Waiting on everybody else. Kyler Cornwell going to be taking home that top 3. Aaron Jensen, you are done. Waiting on 1, and that is a race. I'll stop. Marshals, go and grab your blowers. Marshals, go and grab your blowers. That concludes our 17.5 Expert A main event. Up next, our newest class, 17.5 Lock Timing.
The race is completed.
All right, let's go and get our blowers on the track. Blowers on the track. Marshals from race number 10. I need you guys back on the track, please. Drivers from race number 10, I need you guys back on the track. Shouldn't be looking for any volunteers. You guys should all be at a marshalling cone. Only one that's got an exception is Aaron Brown. Race number 11, you can. Why are their cars still on the track? All right, roll them out, check them in. Roll them out, check them in. Race number 11, 17.5 Independent A main event. I need my marshals on the track, please. Marshals on the track. Qualifying in the 10 spot, Kyle Adolph. In the 9, Nick Bayette. In the 8, Todd Farnham. In the 7, Kevin Cornwell. In the 6, Mike Knobloch.
The Black
in the
Stallion.
5, Lee Helmrich. In the 4,
Kevin
Paul
Cornwell.
Weir. In the 3, Mike Sora. In the 2,
John Henry
Leia
III.
Anderson.
Boss
And
Lady.
on the pole will be J.H.
Kyle Adolph.
the 3rd.
Mike Sara.
We got our marshals on the
Michael
track.
Knobloch. Nick Bayette.
And
Lee Helmrich. Todd Farnham.
With that, one more cycle down. Straightaway is closed.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right. You kids know the gig. Line up your cars. 17.5 Independent A main event. Coming at you next. Get our cars lined up. Henry on the pole.
45
Anderson
seconds to
in
the start
2,
of the race.
Soar in the 3, Weir in the 4, Helmrich in the 5, Knobloch in the 6, Cornwell in the 7, Farnham in the 8, Bayette in the 9, Adolph in the 10. All right.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
6-minute A main event. You guys know the gig. Make your passes clean. Single file. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. You guys are going at the sound of the tone. Let's keep it clean. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. Watching the back triple, guys. Watching the back triple. Keep it clean. Sort it out. We got 6 minutes, guys. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. And give each other a little bit of quarter. It is clear. Henry leading out. Anderson in the 2. Cornwell in the 3. Knobloch in the 4. Watch on the back triple. Watch on the back triple. Nicely done, Lee. Now Leigh Anderson going to find her way around Henry. Cornwell in the 3. Knobloch in the 4. Bayette. Adolph. Farnham. Sora. Weir. And Helmrich. That is my top 10 with 1 minute in, 5 to go. 1 minute in, 5 to go. Race number 12. That is my two-wheel drive modified A main event. That's a 10-car dance. You will be up next. Putting water down after 12. Water after 12. Watch by start finish line. Watch by start finish line. Back up front, Leigh Anderson. Henry in the 2. Cornwell in the 3. Top 3 working their way by the start finish line right about now. Looks like Adolph in the 4. Bayette and Knobloch going at it. We're in the 5. Let's keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. Back up front, it's going to be Leigh Anderson. She's putting a little bit of distance between herself and Henry and Cornwell. Cornwell and Henry going at it through the pitcher's mound. Down the back straightaway they go. Anderson and Henry now. Henry starting to work up on the back door of Anderson. Cornwell going to drop it to the 3 with Adolph and Bayette. Starting to charge up. There's Knobloch and Sora. Watching the switchback, watching the switchback, watching the switchback. Jensen going vertical. With 2:15 in, 3:45 to go. 2:15 in, 3:45 to go. It is Leigh Anderson on top. Watch off in the straightaway, watch off in the straightaway. It is clear. Cornwell in the 3, Adolph in the 4. There's Anderson and Henry over the back triple section they go. Cornwell and Adolph off the back triple with Bayette in tow. 2:40 in, 3:20 to go. Cornwell getting it wrong in the switchback. Collected Adolph. And then he gets offline. Watch it in the switchback. Watch it in the switchback. Thank you, Aaron. Nicely done. Race number 12. Two-wheel drive modified A main event coming up at you next. 2 Ahmad A coming up at you next. We are putting water down after 12. Water after 12. And that'll carry us through to the end of our race program. Again, after race number 14, I will have the track open for about 10 to 12 minutes. 10 to 12 minutes of open practice while I do some cleanup on things. So back up front, still going to be Leigh Anderson. Henry in the 2, watch it in the start-finish line. Watch start-finish line. Watch it in the switchback. Watch in the switchback. It is clear. There's Anderson over the... No, now Henry going to find up his top spot. Anderson going to drop it to the 2. That'll be leader working there, Todd. Second coming up behind you. Watch in the pitcher's mound. It is clear. Bayette now moving up into the top 3. Adolph in the 4. Cornwell in the 5. Sora in the 6.
2 minutes left.
Switchback. Watching the switchback. It is clear. So back up front, going to be Henry. You got leader right in front of there, Lee. Please hold your line. So with 4:15 in, 1:45 to go, it is Henry leading out. Bayette into the 2. Anderson into the 3. Anderson and Bayette coming up on Farnham and Helmrich. That'll be second and third. Working there, Todd. Please hold your line. Sora in the 4. Knobloch in the 5. Cornwell in the 6. Weir in the 7. Drivers got 4:45 in, 1:15 to go. Two-wheel drive modified. A main event, race 12. Anderson put it upside down. Watch it out front, drivers. Watch it out front.
1 minute
Watch
left.
it out front. And rough bit of luck for Bayette. Saws off the front end. Ugh. So it is Henry on top. Bayette in the 2. Now Bayette dropping back. So Sora now going to move up into the 2. Adolph into 3. So that's your battle for second and third. Down the back straightaway. Knobloch in the 4 with 35 seconds to go. 35 seconds to go. Mike Sora in the 2. Adolph in the 3. Leader right now, Henry. Open track. Down the back straightaway he goes. There's Sora by the start finish line. There's Adolph by the start finish line. Let's keep it clean. Sora hooks up a pipe. That's going to move Adolph now into the top 2. Watching the pitcher's mound. Watching the pitcher's mound. Less than 15. Less than 15. Henry going to get by for one more. Adolph into the 2 with less than 5. Adolph and Sora should get by for one more, and they do. That'll be time. Todd Farnham, you are done. Mike Knobloch, you are done. Cornwell and Weir, you are done. Pumping into the top 6. Anderson, you are done. Henry taking the win, you are done. Lee Helmrich, you are done. Waiting on Adolph and Sora. There's Adolph going by start finish line. And Sora, you are done. That is a race. I'll stop. Marshall's going to grab your blowers. We'll get Paul Weir over here to help me out calling this race. I do appreciate it, Paul. And race number 12, two-wheel drive modified. A main event coming up at you next. I need all 9 of those drivers back out on the track, please. All 9 of those drivers back out on the track, please. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate you on that. Up next is our two-wheel drive modified. A main event, two-wheel drive modified. A main event. I should have 9 marshals out there, so all my spots should have a live body by them. So it's going to get our marshals on the track, please. Marshals on the track. Marshals on the track. All marshals on the track, please. All marshals on the track. I got Knobloch over there. I got Henry there. It's going to get our marshals on the track, please. I got Adolph there. Farnham there. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Mr. Cornwell. Need you on the track, please. Need all my marshals on the track. Bright orange cones. You don't see a body there. Mr. Sora or Jensen, can you push down that cone in the middle, please? Thank
1
you very
minute to the
much.
start of the race.
All right. Roll them out. Check them in.
Okay, gather around. This is the bad boys of RC.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Now that Silve's gone.
Local legend. Aaron Brown. Kyle
You know
Davis.
he's watching.
Chuck Hicks. Kevin Gatton. Kevin Boyd. 30 seconds to the start of the race. Voltron. Zip Master Flex. Lyle Lamb.
All
Lee
right,
May.
guys, everybody's checked in. Let's get them lined up, gridded up. Scott Spears in the 1. Richard in the 2. Brown in the 3.
15 seconds to the start of the
Hicks
race.
in the 4. And Kevin, you can move up to 6.
Less than 5.
Everybody move up 1 behind Kevin because Silve's gone. All right, guys, marshals, be ready. Todd, I know you can't hear anything, so keep your eyes wide open. All right. Marshals ready. Drivers ready. At the sound of the tone. Good job to that first corner. All right. right, Spears, Lake, Brown, Hicks leading us out. Scotch-Brite in the 5, Gatton in the 6. Spears, 18-7, 19-4, 19-4 for Brown. Watch in the center, watch in the center. It's clear. Spears heading into that triple. Lake right behind him. Brown right behind him. Hicks right behind him. AE, low C. AE. Aaron's battling everybody for that top spot as they head down the straight. Ooh, Spears got it wrong. It's going to put Brown in the 2. Lake out front. Spears it falls to the 3. Hicks right behind him. In the 5 is Gatton. Davis. Schaefer. Lake's got 18-4 on that last lap. 18-5 on that last one. He's out front as he heads into that triple. Brown in the 2. Spears in the 3. 4.5 minutes to go. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Hicks in the 4. Staying close. Oh, there's a Brown and Spears run into each other. I didn't see it. I'm sure they worked it out. That's going to give Lake the breakaway. That's going to put Hicks in the 2. Spear in the 3. Brown in the 4. Gatton in the 5. Schaefer 6. Leffler 7. Thanks, Lyle. Lyle, you got the 2 and 3 coming up too, but they got a little bit of time to catch you. Lake in the 1, Hicks in the 2, Spear in the 3, Brown in the 4, Gatton in the 5. That's your top 5 drivers. Schaefer not too far behind Kevin. It's a good little battle going there. Watch in the center, watch in the center. Watch it, watch it, watch it. All right, it's clear. All right, Lake in the 1, Hicks in the 2, Spear in the 3. That's your top 3 drivers. Brown falls to the 4, Gatton in the 5. Gatton's about 4.5 seconds behind Brown. Got 3.5 minutes, drivers. Plenty of time still, plenty of time. Watch after the triple, that's Boyd. Hicks and Spears battling it out for that 2 spot. Oh, wake up, Lee, wake up. All right. That's going to put Brown in the running to get back into the top 4. Hicks holds on to it, though. Lake, Hicks, Spear, Brown, top 4 drivers. Gatton in the 5, Schaefer in the 6. Leffler in the 8, Davis in the 7. Lake is just gone. Hicks has got his work cut out for him. 7 seconds behind him. Hicks, Spear, Brown trying to chase down Richard Lake, who is on cruise control as he's coming up on Leffler. Leffler lets him by. Always the professional. Lake heads into that triple. Watch going on the straight. Oh, is that Hicks? Oh, that's Hicks. That's going to hurt. That's going to put Spear in the 2 when he comes back around. Now everybody's getting spread out. Everybody's got some running room. Spears in the 2, Lake in the 1. Brown moves up to the 3, Gatton up to that 4 spot. Hicks falls to the 5.
2 minutes left.
Minute 50, drivers, minute 50. Spears got a case of the 17-5ers in that finger. Oh no, Lake gets it wrong in the center. That's gonna not allow anybody because Spears gets it wrong at the triple. So he maintains his lead by about 6 seconds. Brown in the 3, Gatton in the 4. Hicks in the 5. Schaefer in the 6. Everybody's nice and spread out, nice and spread out. You got a minute 20, drivers, minute 20 left. Your top 3, Lake, Spear, Gatton. We'll add Brown into the mix. That makes 4. Hicks in the 5. Got a minute left, drivers, minute left.
1 minute left.
Spears is making a little time on Lake. He's down to 2.8 seconds on that last lap. Gatton's 6.7 from Lake. Watch in the center, that's Hicks. That's going to put Schaefer looking to pick up the pieces, moves him into the 5. 30 seconds, drivers, 30 seconds. That 2.1 seconds now. Spears slowly gaining on Lake. I don't know if it's going to be enough time, though. You got 20 seconds, drivers, 20 seconds. Oh, man, Spears is really making up some time. Now he's down to 1.6. Hopefully they can get around for another one. Lake, Spear, Gatton, top 3 drivers right now. Not going to happen. That is time. Lake, you win. Spears, you're done. Lyle, you're done. Davis, you're done. Leffler, you're done. Boyd, you're done. Brown, you're done. Waiting on Schaefer and Hicks. Oh, man, Hicks tried it. Almost got it. Good race.
All right.
The race is completed.
All right, we're going to roll right into race number 12. Out of 12 into 13, roll right into our 13.5 four-wheel Sportsman, guys. Thank you. All right, I should be good on Marshall, so let's go ahead and get our blowers going. All right, with that being said, marshals your spots, please. Marshals your spots. Shouldn't be looking for any volunteers. I should have 9 guys out there. Roll them out. Check them in. Blowers down, blowers down. Qualifying in the 5 spot, Josh Bollender. In the 4, Anton Morstead. In the 3, Anthony Borstad. In the 2, Perry Mayfield. And on the pole will be Adam Jusela. Final 2 races of the night. Thanks so much for everyone coming out of here. We'll have you out of here by about 7:15 is when we'll have everything wrapped up. And then track will probably be open until about 7:30 at the latest. We'll see where we're at.
Josh Bollender.
With that being
Anthony
said,
Borstad.
straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. Get our cars lined up. Straightaway is closed. Go and get our cars
Man on
lined
fire.
up, please. Grazie prego. I will need a couple volunteers after this race for the final race of the day. Oh. Kyle, you want to help me out with the next one? Oh, yeah, right there. Sorry. I thought I
1
had
minute to the start of the race.
We are good to go. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. Going at the sound of the tone. And we are locked and loaded. Race number 13. 13.5 four-wheel. Sportsman. Off and running. Jusela leading us out. Mayfield in the 2. Jusela spinning around like a record. You spin me right round, baby, right round. It's going to be Mayfield on top. Bollender in the 2. Borstad in the 3. Morstead in the 4. Jusela got some work to do, but it's a 6-minute main event, so anything can and usually will happen. Race number 14, four-wheel drive expert. You will be up next. Mayfield on top. Bollender in the 2. Borstad in the 3. Jusela and Morstead getting into it. Let's keep it clean, kiddos. Again, after race number 14, I'll have the track open for about 15 minutes. 15 minutes only. So track should be shutting down just a tick before 7:30. Perry Mayfield leading out. Bollender in the 2. Borstad in the 3. Jusela now popping up into the top 4. So again, thank you so much for everyone coming out today. Hopefully everyone had a fun time. Don't forget, we do it all over again on Wednesday. Mayfield on top. Borstad in the 2. Bollender in the 3. Watch back triple, watch back triple. That was somebody's. Oh, Bollender. Oh. Four-wheel drive. El Diablo. Reared her head. Now Borstad going to take over the top spot. Mayfield in the 2. Here comes Jusela. He's going to battle out for that top 3. Watch come on front straightaway. Leffler. Wake up. No, you were lured in by the soothing sounds of my voice. That was kind of cool, Perry. Ding! Fries are done. Anthony Borstad going to be leading us out. Jusela in the 2, Mayfield in the 3. Morstead in the 4. Race number 14, four-wheel drive expert coming up at you next. Four-wheel drive expert coming up at you next. Maybe. Again, thanks so much for everyone coming on out today. Hopefully you guys had a good old time. Don't forget, we do all over again on Wednesday and next Saturday again. And at the end of the month, on September 30th, that Friday night, is our first inaugural Friday-Saturday race program. So first entry is $30. That gets you entry on Friday and Saturday. It's about a $20 savings. All other secondary classes are $15. Nice thing is you get to keep your stuff in the building, so you don't have to pack it up when we are done. We'll be doing 7-minute mains on Friday. Not quite sure what we'll do on Saturday. It all depends on what we got for turnout again. So a little experimentation here at Hobby Action Raceway. Why? Because we're trendsetters. That's what I've been told. Just look at Riley Schaefer's head. 4 minutes in, 2 to go. 4 minutes in, 2 to go. It is Borstad on top. Jusela in the 2. Mayfield in the 3. Morstead in the 4. Borstad getting it wrong.
2 minutes left.
Jusela starting to eke into the lead with less than two drivers, less than 2. So over the crossover they go. That is Anthony Borstad leading out. Jusela in the 2. Gap was 3.9. This time by going to be 1.2 with 1:30 left to go. 1:30 left to go. Mayfield in the 3. Morstead in the 4. Again, I'll need these 5 drivers, and if I could get maybe 2 volunteers to help me out for the final race of the day. And again, after the final race, we'll have about 15 minutes of open track time, and then track will close. So should have everything wrapped up by 7:30. Pits will be closed at about 7:45. Again, if you have a tab inside the store, make sure you get that handled and taken care of.
1 minute left.
Jusela put it upside down. That's going to give Borstad a huge straightaway lead with under 50 seconds to go. So Anthony Borstad says he's going to be signing autographs and giving you pointers on how to grow out the perfect lamb chop on the side. Perry Mayfield in the 3. He's also going to be signing out. Oh, come on, Anthony. You got 25 seconds. Mayfield in the top 3. He's also going to be signing out some autographs, but he's also going to be showing you the finer arts of beard maintenance. Borstad on top. Jusela in the 2. There's Borstad. There's Jusela. They're going to get by for one more, and it's going to be a race to the line. Gap is 2.6. Is Mayfield going to get by for one more? He does. So your top 3 front runners on their white flag lap. Time has expired on the master clock. Keep them rolling until we call you done. Borstad getting it wrong on the back triple. Here comes Jusela. Jusela getting it inside. Oh! Borstad holds on by 52 one-thousandths of a second. Marshall out front, please. Marshall out front. That car is not done. Borstad takes the win. Jusela in the 2. Mayfield going to wrap out my top 3.
The race is completed.
That is the race. I'll stop. Marshals, grab your blowers. And drivers race number 13. Turn them off, put them down. Come on back out, find a marshalling spot. Final race of the day, race number 14, 13.5 4-wheel. Expert coming up at you next. And again, I need all 5 of those drivers back on the track. I need Bolander, Mayfield, Borstad, Jusela, and Morissette, and at least 2 volunteers. Blowers down. And with that being said, let's go ahead and roll them out. Check them in. Marshals are your spots. Qualifying in the 6th spot, Brian Cross. In the 5, Alex Smith. In the 4, Josh Keith. In the 3, Jimmy Leff. In the 2, Kyle Adolph. And on the pole will be Alex Craig. With that, straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. Marshals, your spots, please. Marshals, your spots.
Josh
Thank you,
Keith.
Mr. Walker. Thank
Brian
you, Mr.
Cross.
Walker. Thank you, Chandra.
Voltron.
Anton, if you want to get the center bucket. Adam,
Alex
if you
Smith.
want to get coming on the front
Penguin.
straightaway. Final
Kyle
race
Edolf.
of the day. Let's go and get it on.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right. It's for all the marbles. Who's got it? Who wants it? Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. Sound of the tone. And we are locked and loaded. Craig going to lead us out. He hooks up a pipe. Moves Adolf into the lead early on. Craig into the 2. Leffler into 3. Leffler and Craig get into it. And there goes Keith. Yeah, 15 minutes of open practice after this race is done. So track should be closed at or about 7:30. Because you suck. Back out front, it is going to be Kyle Adolf. Josh Keith in 2, Jimmy Leff in the 3, Alex Keith in the 4, Craig in the 5, Cross in the 6. Still plenty of time. We're 40 seconds in. Looks like Keith got high centered and puts it upside down, and then gets collected by nobody. So Keith going to drop from 2nd to 6th. Now it's going to be Adolf up front, Leffler in the 2, Craig in the 3, Cross in the 4. Keith and Smith going at it for 5th and 6th. Now Jimmy Leffler going to be pulling up on top. Adolf in the 2. Craig in the 3. Cross moving up into the top 4. Keith and Smith going to round out my top 6. Keep it clean. It's going to be Leffler leading out. Adolf in the 2. Here comes Cross now up into the top 3. Craig might have used up all his luck in 2-wheel. Dropping into the top 5. Cross and Adolf coming down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Jimmy Leff on a Saturday afternoon cruise. Over the crossover, floater double. Back into the 2 is going to be Kyle Adolf. Brian Cross. Craig and Keith going at it. Let's keep it clean. 3 cars, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down the back straightaway. That is Adolf, Cross, and Craig. Watch on the back triple, watch on the back triple, watch on the back triple. Now Keith going to find his way into the 2. Adolf in the 3, Cross in the 4, Craig in the 5. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th working their way down the back straightaway. Leffler leading out. Cross looking high, looking low, trying to find a way around Adolf. Through the crossover, under. Nicely done. Nice pass. Cross now going to be in a 3. Don't force the issue. Nicely done. Wheel to wheel. Down the back straightaway is going to be Josh Keith. Kyle Adolf in the 2. Brian Cross in the 3. Craig in the 4. Leffler coming up on Smith. Cross looking to the inside off the back triple. Adolf getting it wrong on the crossover. Cross getting it wrong on the crossover. And everybody getting it wrong by the start-finish line. So Adolf going to be in the 2. Craig in the 3. Cross in the 4. Jimmy Leff leading out. Adolf in the 2, Craig in the 3, Cross in the 4. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We're going to wade through the switchback section. Cross put it upside down, dropping back a little bit off of Craig. 3:30 in, 2:30 to go. Watch by start finish line. Clear. Thank you, Kevin. Leffler leading out. Just motoring. Adolf and Craig going at it over the switchback section. Cross in the top 4. Adolf and Cross and Craig, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Meanwhile, Jimmy Leff going by the start finish line. There's Adolf and Craig working their way through the switchback section. Cross.
2 minutes left.
3.2 back. Drivers, you got 4.5 in. 1:30 to go. Battle Royale still going on for 2nd and 3rd. Adolf and Craig. Cross waiting to pick up the pieces. Through the start-finish line they go. Adolph pushing it wide. Craig looking to the inside. Not able to capitalize there. Under braking off the end of straightaway. Through the short shoot. Lining up the back triple. Adolph hooks up a pipe. Craig around the outside. So now Alex Craig going to pop up into the 2. Adolph going to be in the 3. Keep it clean, Kyle. Nicely done. Cross in the 4. Jimmy left. Leading out. By the start-finish line. Craig in the 2. Adolph in the 3. Cross in the 4. Keith in the 5. Smith in the 6. With 5 in, uno mas to go. 60
1 minute
seconds of
left.
pure, unadulterated excitement coming at you. Again, after this race is done, we'll have open practice. Again, like normal, 12 on the stand at a time. I'm not going to put it on control. Let you guys monitor yourselves. Don't be up there for all 15 minutes. Swap yourselves out. Track will close at 7:30. Track will close at 7:30. Pits closing at 7:45. With 35 seconds to go, 35 seconds to go. Leffler on top, Craig in the 2, Adolph in the 3, Cross in the 4. Watch on the back triple, Craig getting it wrong. Adolph working on the back door of Craig again. With less than 20 drivers, less than 20. Less than 15. Leffler going to get by for one more. Craig and Adolph might get by for one more. Less than 10. Going to be close. Less than 5. Less than 4. 2 and 1, and you're both done at the line. Craig and Adolph, you guys are done. Brian Cross, you are done. Jimmy Leff, you are done. Waiting on 2, waiting on 2. Smith and Keith, and that is a race. I'll stop.
The race is completed.
Thank you so much for everyone coming on out. Hopefully everyone had a fun time today.